Hello students, now we are going to continue from the question which I have given you as your homework. So this is our question that we have two charge sheets. One sheet is positively charged and another sheet is negatively charged. So we have to calculate the value of electric field at the 3 points, a point P, a point Q and at a point R. We have to calculate the value of electric field at these 3 points only. Now, what is the value of electric field at point P? Again, point P will act as a left hand side to both sheets, whether this sheet or this sheet. To both charge sheets, a point B will act as the left hand side. Therefore, the value of electric field is negative, not positive. Why I am saying this? Because in our previous video I have told you that the left hand side is considered as negative and the electric field at right hand side is considered as positive. As we can see that point P is going to act as a left hand side for this sheet as well as for this sheet. Therefore, the value of electric field would be negative. Okay, and a negative sign for the electric field. Now, another electric field, the surface charge density related to the another electric field is negative. The surface charge density related to another electric field is negative. That is negative. Why we are having two negative signs over there? It is this sign is present due to left hand side. This sign is also present due to the electric field from this sheet as it also acts as a left hand side for it. But this sign, this negative sign is due to this negative charge density. Our charge density is itself negative. We have that second negative sign for it. So it simply reduces to this. It simply reduces to this. Therefore, the value of electric field at point P is nothing but equal to 0 in this particular question. Now, considering the point Q, electric field at point Q is given by as point Q will act as a right hand side for this sheet, the value of electric field would be positive, and point Q will act as a left hand side for this sheet, the value of electric field would be negative. As the point Q will act as the right hand side for this sheet, the value of electric field would be positive, and this point Q will act as the left hand side for this sheet, the value of electric field would be negative. So we have this minus sign over here. Again, the surface charge density belonging to the negatively charged sheet is also negative. So we have this as minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So we are left with sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, that is 2 sigma by 2 epsilon naught or sigma by epsilon naught is our answer. The answer which we have achieved. Now, electric field at a point R. As point R will act as the right hand side for this sheet. Again I am repeating, point R will act as the right hand side for this sheet. So the value of electric field would be positive due to this positively charged metal sheet. Again, the value of electric field due to this charge sheet at this point is also positive, as this point will again act as the right hand side for this charge sheet. Thus we will obtain a positive sign. The field is positive, but again a negative sign is there due to this negatively charged density. Due to a negative surface charge density, we have a negative sign over in our expression for the electric field at point R. As one of our charge sheet is negatively charged. So in this way, we have calculated the value of electric field at the 3 points, at a point P, at a point Q and at a point R. The value of electric field whether at point P and at point R is 0, and the value of electric field at a point Q is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Now, moving to the next case, electric field due to a charged spherical shell. What is the value of electric field due to a spherical charge shell? Write down, consider a charged spherical shell of radius r having a charge q on it. Consider, you have to write down the things which I am saying during the expression or when I am deriving the expression. This simple thing should be known to you. Let a charged spherical shell of radius r having a charge q on it. This is our spherical shell. The radius of this spherical shell is capital R and a positive charge q is present on it. Sigma is the surface charge density on this shell. Sigma is the surface charge density of this shell. Now, as we know, surface charge density is the charge per unit area. Is the charge per unit area. And we know for the sphere, the area is given by 4 pi multiply radius square. As we know, the area of sphere is 4 pi multiply the square of radius. In this case, the radius is capital R. So, this formulates to Q by 4 pi R square. Sigma is equal to Q by 4 pi R square. Again, I am repeating, consider a charged spherical shell of radius R having a charge Q on it. Or I have drawn this spherical shell. It has a radius r and a charge plus q is scattered on its surface. There is a deep reason behind this concept. I have shown you this particular thing. And the surface charge density, as we know, is the ratio of charge per unit area. That is charge per unit area. And the area of sphere is 4 pi multiply radius square. 4 pi multiplies radius square. And our radius is r. Therefore, the expression for surface charge density becomes sigma is equal to q by 4 pi r square. Okay. So, this thing must be clear to you. Moving to the 3 cases of this particular article, that is electric field due to charged spherical shell. This thing is an introduction to this topic. First case is outside the shell. First case is outside the shell. Case 1. We have this shell of radius r. A positive charge is present on this. Let us consider a portion outside this shell. Consider a portion outside this shell. And the radius belonging to this portion is small r, or it is denoted by small r. The radius belonging to this portion is denoted by small r. Consider a surface element ds. This is the direction of electric field and this is the direction of surface element. Consider a surface element ds. Consider a surface element ds. As we know, electric flux is given by an integral of E dot ds. And the angle between E and ds is 0 degrees. and cos of 0 is 1. Now, here, what is the value of integral ds? We know it is nothing but the area of a sphere. What I have done over here? I have done nothing. Flux is equal to integral E dot ds. That is equal to E ds cos of 0. Cos 0 is nothing but equal to 1. So we are left with E ds. We can take this E outwards like this, and we are left with integral ds. And the integral of ds is nothing but the area of our bigger sphere. Here the important thing to note is we have taken 4 pi r square, a small r, not a capital R, because we are considering the first case outside the shell. This is our spherical shell, na? This is our spherical shell. We have taken this region, or we have considered a region outside our shell, our spherical shell. Now, by Gauss law, flux is equal to Q by में epsilon naught. Flux is equal to Q by में epsilon naught by Gauss law. By these two statements, we have, or we can write E multiply 4 pi r square is equal to Q by epsilon naught. Why? Because both are, or both of these are the expression of electric flux. So we can equate them. Both of these are the expression of electric flux. So we can equate them. We can equate them. And when we have started this article, we have considered, or we have taken that sigma is nothing but equal to Q by 4 pi r square. Sigma is nothing but equal to 4 pi r square. So, calculating the value of Q from this expression, we will get sigma into 4 pi r square. We will get sigma into 4 pi r square using the value of Q into this equation. Note and learn from step by step. Otherwise, you aren't able to learn the articles. You aren't able to know that what are the steps we are going to do in article and why. What is the next step which we have to do? So the value of this charge Q is used in this particular equation. So E becomes sigma into 4 pi r square by epsilon naught into 4 pi small r square. So E is equal to sigma r square by epsilon naught r square. That is the value of electric field. That is the value of electric field E. Again, I am repeating notes from here. Electric flux is equal to E dot ds. The angle between E and ds is of 0 degrees. So, we are done with this step. The integral of ds is nothing but our surface area. That is 4 pi small r square in this case. The value of electric flux is given by Q by epsilon naught. So, these two expressions can be equated. By equating them, we will get the value of E, our electric field. Now, sigma is given by this expression. I have told you how in the starting of our article. Calculating the value of Q, small q from this expression. Now, another step is using the value of Q from this equation in this equation. We will get the value of electric field E. We have achieved the value of electric field E. The second case is on the surface of the shell. which means small r is equal to capital R. On the surface of shell means small r is equal to capital R. The value of electric field which we have obtained earlier in our first case is this one. Small r can be replaced by a capital R and it is cancelled from the two bottom and top terms. So we will get it as sigma by epsilon naught. This is the second case. In second case, we have to take nothing but R is equal to R, and using that simple formula in the value of electric field, in the expression of electric field, which we have calculated from the first case, outside the sphere case of this particular article. As your homework, you have to calculate the value of electric field inside the charged shell. Study hard this topic. It is very important topic and it is your homework. Thank you.